We set up a time to meet prior to when we start. When you show up 3 minutes before you start,
I was here. I was trying to get this thing situated. It sucks.
I show up typically an hour before the show.
Yeah, tell the people why their time is invaluable. Well, it's Friday, bitches. And just like that, you're listening to the most downloaded HVAC entertainment podcast in the world. Welcome to the HVAC Overtime Show, hosted by me and these two guys I found at the bus stop, Chris Stefanovich and Adam Muffintop. As you can tell, Joe's not here tonight. What's up with that, guys?
he's an idiot.
He says, coming.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a close one. Mind you, it's 9 o'clock in Canada.
Yeah.
It's 9 o'clock.
What is this? Wait, so Bill, are you going to get the Northern Lights tonight?
Northern Lights? I didn't
Apparently
know
there's a solar storm. And
Aurora Borealis?
yeah, the whole, I don't know, north part of the country, whatever, even Northern California, which is unprecedented, is supposed to get the Northern Lights, which is like on my bucket list to see the Northern Lights.
Oh, I've seen them. I seen them one time when I was real drunk many years ago. And at first I didn't know what was going on. I thought I was having some sort of hallucination. Nope. Turns out it's like it was a real thing. I'm like, what is going on here, guys? Are we on angel dust? Like, what is this? And they're like, no, Bill, those are the Northern Lights, you idiot.
Speaking of being drunk, Chris, are you partaking in a little
sippy sip?
It's apple juice, my friend, and it's my
apple juice. Who drinks
HVAC
apple juice like that?
Overtime.
That looks like urine apple juice.
Come on. Yeah, like
urine flavored apple.
It's
pre-drink apple juice.
Let's just say it's been one of those years. That's just, can we just start over the whole year? That's what I'm drinking.
I feel like we say that quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, real quick, before we get into the thick of things and forget why we're here, because we all came from somewhere. We all came from our moms, right? So happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Happy early Mother's Day, because obviously it is until Sunday. So all you guys out there in the chat, make sure you go out and get your mom something special, get your wife something special.
So I was told that today is Mexican Mother's Day. Is that true?
Today is Mexican Mother's Day.
Is that like a real thing or is that like a fake thing?
In Mexico, Mother's Day is today.
Oh,
the 10th.
Okay.
In America, it's the 12th. I'm like, what's the difference? Like, Santa Claus comes the same time every year. I don't understand the difference.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So all you guys out there, make sure you do something nice for your moms and your wives and your whatevers, your MILFs on the side or whatever, the truck stop whores you like to visit frequently, whatever you're going to do.
It's like a dude walking in high heels.
Speaking of lot lizards, what's up, Randy? I know you're out there watching tonight. And in honor of Mother's Day, I wanted to read some fine words from my childhood. Not necessarily, it's not from like a card I wrote or a poem or anything, but it really just strikes a nerve. All right, so I'm going to read a couple words here for you guys. Yo mama so fat, a picture of her will fall off the wall. Yo mama so fat, she gets group insurance. Yo mama so fat, when she gets on the scale, it says to be continued. Yo mama so fat, she sat on $1, and when she got up, there was 4 quarters. I love that one. That one's straight from my childhood.
Mm.
Yo mama so fat, when she takes a shower, her feet don't get wet. Yo mama so fat, when she gets in an elevator, it has to go down.
Oh.
Last one.
Okay.
Yo mama so fat, she eats wheat thicks. I don't even know what that one means, but I love it.
But
love it.
can I give Bill props for the thumbnail? The thumbnail was pretty epic. If you guys have not figured it out yet, go back to the thumbnail. It's a QR code. Scan it with your phone and wait for the surprise.
Well, what if they're on their phone? How would they scan it with their phone?
Steal somebody else's phone. You're probably sitting next to somebody who has a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use their phone.
If you're
And
watching this on
listen.
your phone, figure out how to watch it on your TV. This is so much better in high definition.
The
Wait,
thing is,
Uncensored's on right now? And Measure Quick? And us?
and us.
Apparently so.
Holy shit.
Is that why we only have one viewer?
Shit just got real, son.
Yep.
But if you do click on that, I know who's clicking on it. I have this link set up so I get to see how many of you people out there like hot dudes. So just keep that in mind.
So my wife was right in being concerned about clicking it.
I know you like hot dudes. I've always known that, though. I mean, that's not new. I mean, we talk about that often.
That we do.
That is probably your best thumbnail.
It probably is one of the better ones. And I think we should incorporate QR codes a little bit more because that was awesome.
I asked
We'll do that
Bill
once or twice.
if that QR code is going to expire, and he said no. He paid extra
Not
money to have
ever.
the
It's
infinite
good
forever.
forever until a EMP or whatever those things are called blows us up. Solar flare blows up the world from the sun.
Joe Fiducioso says his wife doesn't like us. Well, neither do our wives. None
Yeah.
of our wives
Join
like
the
us.
club.
Yeah. You should talk to Joe's girlfriend. She doesn't like us either.
None of our wives like us. And my wife
That's
doesn't like
true.
any of these guys. And then
That's
their
true.
wives
Why?
don't like me. And
We're so nice to her.
I know.
That's true. Yeah,
It's
and your
not
wife is like the most gentle, nicest
No,
person
actually,
we've ever met.
my wife is just happy that I found friends and I'm no longer punching holes in the wall. So she's happy if I'm happy.
That's a good point. Yeah.
De minimis bucket. I've never
So-
seen him in here.
Today,
Unanimous bucket. I've never heard of that
I
either.
came across the most ridiculous thing in the world. I shared it in the chat and I want to share it right now and see what you guys
Have I
think.
seen
So,
this?
yeah, you
Oh
did.
wait, yeah. I saw
Yeah.
this. This is awesome.
Here it comes. So it's the first time I've been to this restaurant in about a year, and I come up here and they have a whole bunch of new ACs, these York package units. They used to have some really old Lennox GCS units, but look at the curb adapters. Now, granted, they're not leaking air, but they didn't size anything right. I mean, it's all sealed, but it still blows my mind that they didn't size anything right. Gas is not turned on, the units aren't commissioned. And I could tell it was just a construction company because there's packing slips on the curb adapters. And then I Googled them and they're just like a remediation company. But they didn't sell the units, I doubt it. This customer buys their own units. But look at these units. Is that not ridiculously insane? Talk about someone not doing their homework, huh? I want to know if the tonnage is even right. I think it is because these were all really small units, 49,000 BTUs. I think the tonnage is right. But holy moly, letting a construction company do your capital improvements, this is what you get. So that's pretty
Thanks
cool.
for gracing us with your presence, Captain.
Hey, look who it is.
Oh,
We really appreciate it.
A Nigerian Prince of Canada.
And his mic is muted. He's gonna keep talking like this for.
That's okay. It's like he was never here.
Yep.
Hey,
So
boys.
those curb adapters look like something your old service manager would do there, Bill.
Those are epic. No. See, they would have made them too small, and then they would have tried to like rip the building apart to make them fit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a true story.
That was hilarious. Like I walked up there and I was all, that's not right. And you
But-
made a good point too, Bill.
was
Like
fucking-
that's a lot of weight only on 3 corners of that.
Yeah,
curb
like
adapter.
and it's like in the center where it's at its weakest point, not even at the outer.
Exactly.
edges.
Luckily, those
Man.
are like 5 and 4 ton units, and so they're not
That's-
heavy. But
You're gonna get like raccoons and geese living up in that empty space up there.
100%, that's gonna be a pigeon nest for sure.
Oh yeah, dude. Seagulls, dude. You're gonna have like a million seagulls living in there.
Look, if I
Well,
ever
it's
did a
tough,
job
yeah. So
and
it'll probably
didn't
be
pull a
Mexicans
permit
instead of
on that
seagulls.
job, I always treat it like a permit's gonna be pulled. So
I don't like how you say permit.
Right.
why
It just bothers me.
permit.
I don't like how he says particular.
I don't like how you say roof, Adam. Ralph.
We'll go screw
Right.
yourself.
Sorry.
How do you wait? What did I say wrong?
Particular.
No. What did you say, Adam?
Permit.
Permit. What? How do you say it?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Permit?
permit sounds fine. Yeah,
That's not how you say it.
What did I say? Permit?
Permit.
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 Oh,
Oh yeah, like it's like really nerdy sex talk. Like I'm gonna permit you to touch me in my no spot
Oh, God.
instead of a permit.
oh
Really
man.
nuts.
So
Do you permit me to go down there?
All right, I want to hear all of you guys real quick. Chris, say the word MILK.
milk.
Yeah, milk.
Milk.
You got a little bit of an E on there. Milk.
Okay.
You-
Here's my test because this is what drives us and drives me freaking bonkers in my hat or in my house. Say APRICOT.
apricot.
Apricot. Yes.
Yeah.
Apricot.
My family says apricot.
Apricot.
Yes.
Freaking
Yeah,
I would say
Canadian.
Canadians.
Canadian.
Say
Californian.
apricot.
Close enough, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey Joe,
Your
you're
mic's in the
talking
other
on
room.
your AirPods, bro.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
Not a call, it's a statement.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Good
it's
call.
echo. That mic is just for show now.
Yep, pretty much. I gotta highlight a really important comment,
What's
and
that?
he's not biased at all. Ryan Hughes says Overtime has the best intro of all the HVAC live streams, in his humble opinion.
Fuck yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But he's
Legit
not biased because he
100%.
didn't make our intro for us or anything.
No.
No, for those that want to know, Ryan did make our intro. So if you guys want an intro, he only charges $2,000 and he'll make them like within 45 days. So
And
Ryan,
he,
No, it
but
took
sign up.
10 minutes.
if you send him pictures of your beehole, he'll cut you a deal.
100%. Yes, he will.
Mhm. Trust
Yes, he
me.
will. No, Ryan did a
Wink,
great
wink.
job. So Ryan
wink.
legitimately like scoured through our videos and found all those clips, like all the weird things. Like he found that all himself and then did that.
You ever watch those movies where it's like some sort of terrorist movie and they'll take all these bits and pieces of like presidents talking to make a whole different message, you know? They have like little clips of them saying this word and this word, and they bunch it all together. Like I think Ryan could do something like that.
How stupid do you think those terrorists feel now? Like because AI can just make anybody say anything these days.
I feel like those terrorists really don't care. But now they're probably like, you know what? I'm just gonna have Fiverr do it instead
What
of
happened to Max Headroom? Isn't that the guy that would be like, "Rup, rup, rup, rup," like he was like a robot or something, wasn't he? Yeah, I like that guy.
Did you guys hear that? You know that Neuralink thing?
Yeah, but what happened? I heard that there was complications.
So they
Was
did
there?
like the first brain implant with Elon Musk's chip thing with the wires, and fiber optics.
Before you
or
go
whatever.
any further, the picture of the guy, I pictured it being some like drug addict guy that had nothing to live for. This looks like a very healthy, young, normal guy that was just super excited to try having people implant his brain with electrical shit.
I thought he had
because this dude
something
looks
going
like
on.
a normal guy.
Yeah, I thought he had some sort of something.
I
going on.
mean, there he goes. He's done. That's it.
Mhm.
Thanks,
Couldn't
Joe.
handle it.
No, I mean, if Elon told me that if I put this thing in my brain, I could just download things. I mean,
I don't want to be the first. I might be the
No.
third or the fourth. Like,
You know, if it's anything like the Cybertruck, I'm gonna wait till it's like 10th generation before I think about putting it in my brain. Because I am on this TikTok stream or whatever you want to call it of like all these videos showing all the things that are going wrong with the Cybertrucks. Like everybody's like, this just happened to my Cybertruck, and like this is broken, and like this is, and it's just like an influx. Like there's so many videos. There's so many things wrong with these trucks. And then people are like, yeah, you can go ahead and put that chip in my brain. I'm like, dude, you can't make a windshield wiper work right.
Brian Sanders, according to Ren and Stimpy, if you fart, burp, and sneeze at the same time, you will explode. So that was the Ren and Stimpy bit.
I thought that's how you summon the bear pig man or bear man pig.
I thought you
Man,
exploded.
bear
I
pig?
thought you went boom.
You might be right.
I could be wrong. I'm always wrong, to be honest with you. And actually, in my house with my family, I'm wrong every single day. And anything that comes out of my mouth is incorrect and wrong. And I'm being insensitive and I'm being rude and I don't have enough patience. And
go get Jill. Let's bring her on here. Let's have a guest.
It just occurred to me, Chris, like you and me I'll have a lot more in common with you than I thought. Like it just occurred to me, like you live in a house of all girls. Like I am currently going to be living in a house with all girls.
Yes, dude.
Like we'll be having my third girl here in 4 weeks.
Yes. Oh,
why don't we? Why don't we have Jill? We've never had Jill as a guest on our show. I think that would be a great idea.
Summon her now.
We should have her as a guest.
And where's your little
call her on Bluetooth? Where's
the little bell thing? You want me to send her a message on Facebook?
You got here. I can give you her number and you can call her and
we should call her live. Can we call her live?
What's the number?
She won't answer. Hold on. It's 909. Yeah, no.
What? This just went from a lot of fun to no fun.
I will have to do some stupid favors and I'll have to do like a bunch of stuff around the house, but I can get her to come on the show.
Do it.
I'm gonna have to like seriously sacrifice some of my manlyhood to do this.
You have to wear a pink apron and a
I'm not even
G-string.
worried about that. Yeah, that's not my problem.
That's just a normal Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. How much difference is between the meters that have inrush setting versus min max? I'm able to set up on max to be able to catch that amperage.
How about $1.75?
Yeah, I don't know
the difference.
I mean, doesn't every meter come with inrush these days? I guess he's saying the 902 FC.
So.
Like, can you guys honestly? Fluke makes some of the highest quality meters, but
I had a meter that didn't have it.
Fluke doesn't give a crap about HVAC. They never have. The 902 FC is their first like HVAC meter, and it's still missing stuff. So
yeah, thanks,
I believe inrush is separate from min max.
Oh yeah,
it's not quick enough to catch that.
No,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like milliseconds. It's like milliseconds it has to be like to catch
Something
that.
like that. I don't know.
Yeah, my meter has inrush, but I don't know. Does it have min-max also?
The Fieldpiece SC480 that I use has inrush. I like that meter.
Yeah.
It's a nice compact one. It's not too much money. It works perfect for what we do. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I have higher end meters. I have a Fluke Megger insulation tester that has a meter too if I wanted to get a little bit more accurate. But I mean, what we do, like just a normal field piece is fine.
You know, I forget what brand is it. I'm sure Chris, you would know the brand of it, but it's the little gray Meggers, like Supco. Yeah, that's it. So I found a Supco.
Throw those in the trash. Just throw those.
No, it's not even a meter. It's a Supco. Like it just says capacitor tester.
Oh
it's
yeah.
It's that big. And I found a little case. I'm like, what is this cute little case? And I open it up and I'm like, oh, capacitor tester. What is this?
Jason, does that 87 Fluke have inrush? Just curious. Or what's the other one? Microamps.
I mean, when you're checking continuity on the top of a mini split case, you need to have inrush. Okay.
I don't really like Hausch makes a good point. Like, I mean, with what he's doing, who cares about? I don't really care about inrush that much in what I'm doing either.
I mean, if I'm having a compressor that's like instantly going off or tripping something, sometimes you can't read it fast enough, and like I want to see what that spike is.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know what though? If you're checking a compressor, if the customer does want to see something, ohms and amperage is, I think, far good enough. And the Copeland app gives you everything to
100%
compare with.
Yeah.
Hey Joe, do we want to go into the talking about electrical tools and that? Your little experience with manometer this week.
No comment.
No
Joe,
comment.
let's just say an unnamed tool manufacturer that makes some of the highest quality tools out there, like highest quality, absolute highest quality tools. They're relatively affordable for the quality that they produce. And Joe had nothing but bad things to say about how stupid. Mind you, let's just go ahead and say that Joe didn't pay for this either. He didn't pay for it.
You had to add that, eh?
We're not naming him, but he
I know who it is
just
now.
trashing him, like how stupid this was. And then what ended up happening, Joe?
It was user error.
So Joe is a retard, is what he's saying.
But did you admit it though? Like,
I don't like how you say that either.
Retard.
Why?
That's so stupid.
That's true. It was my user error.
No, I don't like how he puts his enunciation at the wrong spot part.
Yeah,
of the words.
retard.
Dude, you guys don't get it. That's a movie joke. Someone in the chat tell me what movie that's from. The way that I said the word retard, which is
that's like
a slang horrible word to say, but I meant it in the nicest way.
That's
But-
like saying, like, hey, do you guys know Aaron? Oh, you mean Aaron?
Oh God.
Let's see if anybody in the chat can get what that's from. It's from a movie. It's from a really popular movie too.
True caps, yeah.
No idea. That's a good
And
point,
Rush
Joe
is good to
Shearer.
test start caps and relays. Yeah. It's from The Hangover, Jason Johnson. Yes, Jason Johnson got it. It is from The
Oh.
Hangover. Zach Galifianakis. That's his way of saying that word as a joke.
Did you watch his what is it called? Like the Fern Show or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Yes,
Burn
that
between
was
the bushes.
hilarious.
Or
Especially the first episodes when you couldn't tell if it was fake or not. It was so
between two
uncomfortable.
ferns.
Oh my gosh, you would get the douche chills from watching that. Like, I mean, even the episode with Obama, he did Between Two Ferns with Obama, and Obama, I gotta say, he kind of he hit back pretty good. Like, he must have had writers. I wonder if he was like prepared for what Zach was gonna say, because he was
like,
just kind of like, yeah.
Because I kind of feel like, though, I haven't watched the show too much, but I would assume like they can't go over the script too much, because then you lose that reaction, the genuine reaction.
Yeah.
Unless they're actors, I guess maybe they can just pull it off.
But there was like, especially, I mean, almost
Theo
all of
Vaughn
them
is
are
pretty
great.
cool. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he's
been-
super funny.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
yeah, he's got a podcast that I frequently watch.
Yeah.
Just the
You know,
hillbilly mullet dude.
I want to ask you guys on the show right now, how many, like, and I've been doing really bad. I haven't listened to any, we kind of talked about this a little bit too, but like, I haven't been listening to or bettering myself whatsoever. So I haven't been listening to any HVAC podcasts. I haven't
No,
been
me neither.
reading any HVAC books. I've
Nope.
just been in a hole lately. What about you guys?
Dude, 100% the same exact way. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I've like this whole year, I think I might have just not really been pushing myself. It's almost like I got burnt out from just trying to be this like encyclopedia of knowledge and constantly want to digest stuff. And I'm just like, you know what?
Well, you and Adam were like hitting the book so hard because you were trying to study everything boilers for so long. You were
Yeah.
like reading every freaking book, buying every book. Same thing with Adam. And I'm just going through a shit year. So I'm just like in my own little depression thing or whatever. But
And I guess my thing is I've realized now, like I think having that level of motivation to constantly want to study and like constantly being curious about this, like it did get me to where I'm at now, which I feel like I'm in a pretty good place. But like where I'm at now, I don't feel like and this is going to sound like maybe even douchey, but I don't feel like I need to like push myself that much. I still need to obviously, expand and learn new things. That's not what I'm saying. I don't need to ignore my family every single night and come home and study and like between jobs, listen to HVAC and this and that, because I'm just going to burn myself out, And
I feel like I
that's what
need to
did.
get back on the bandwagon of, and it's nothing against anybody. I've just been in my own little freaking world, like not wanting to better myself, but I need to get back into the habit. I listened to, for the first time in a long time, I listened to one of Brian's podcasts. And I was like, why am I not listening? I used to listen to
Yeah,
those every
that'll-
day. And it's
that'll
like, I haven't
happen.
listened to these in a long time.
Oh, Brian's? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I've been a little
I've just been
Interesting,
burnt out in
yeah.
general. I have so much stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
So
Well, you got a busy life going on right now.
well, I'm trying to like end the busyness,
Mhm. Which like you're that close from just the mountain crest.
You
Just
know
like
what? Listen to
crest
this.
of the mountain.
So I have I have to do an on-site training in Michigan. I guess it's super far from Bill, right? How far is it? You said opposite side. I don't even know where Michigan.
Okay, well here's Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know however way you look at it, but you're over here on this side coming from Chicago, and it's way over here on this side of the thumb. So you got to drive all the
where
way
are
across
you
the
at?
state. I'm right in the middle on the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm supposed to be doing a training in about a week and a half for a contractor. And we did like a little phone interview with the owner of the company today, me and David Richardson. And we were going over it. And, after the fact, I was talking to him on the phone. I'm like, I'm going to write an outline, then I'll start going over things and, try to figure out how long each section is going to take and blah, blah, blah. And, it's my first time doing this. So I said, I'm going to get on dive into it this weekend a little bit. And he said, listen, airflow is not the only thing that needs balance.
Oh snap! Those are some deep words.
Damn.
And I'm like,
David.
man,
Dude's a fucking gangster, man.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
telling me not to work on the weekend.
He just said, mic drop. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that.
That's a
See.
freaking good dude to work for.
Yeah.
No
100%.
kidding, right? Because he's probably seen it before where guys who are just motivated just burn themselves out and become useless.
All right. This is a great question. I don't know if it was you that asked this on social media, but someone just asked this in the overtime group today. Thoughts on using an insulation tester or a mega ohm meter on compressor preventative maintenance calls? Okay. So here's the deal. There's a Copeland technical bulletin. I'm going to look it up right now.
8444.
Waste
What's
no
that?
day.
8444.
Copeland
8444.
8444.
But it basically tells you
Oh, this is like
That's not it, bro. What the fuck are you dumbass?
That's an April air thermostat. Randy Ravioli's
There is a
Jason
Copeland
Johnson,
technical
AE
bulletin.
1294.
There you go, 1294. And it's from like the 80s. Okay. And it talks about using an insulation tester on mega ohm meters. I mean, on compressors. And basically, in a nutshell, paraphrasing, Copeland says an insulation tester is a waste of time for an instant reading. An insulation tester is there for the most part to show you insulation degradation over time. Okay. So on a maintenance, it's a good idea, but things that you need to understand: what causes the insulation reading to be incorrect? Moisture, temperature, all that affects it. So the temperature of the compressor at the time you took the insulation test, the amount of moisture in the system. So you can technically have a compressor that if you use one of those insulation testers from Supco that just tells you good or bad, it can technically say bad if you just have moisture in the system. You might just need to put a new dryer, change the refrigerant, and evacuate the system, or even just maybe just evacuate it and change the dryer. So Copeland says an insulation tester is good for tests over time that you compare and you look on a graph and you see trending data. Okay, the insulation is degrading.
Yeah, so you test it
time.
during the commissioning process.
Yes.
And then you periodically
And let's
test
be
it.
honest. If anyone's using that little Supco freaking Christmas light thing,
Throw it in
don't,
the trash.
don't
It's a
buy
sales
tools
tool.
that cost $9 at freaking
Yeah, it's
know?
a sales tool. I saw it on Waste No Day podcast. They talked about that.
Yeah, and even on like even Jason Johnson, because he beat the crap out of me, and he's right in saying this too. Even using a really high-end Fluke insulation tester, and just doing a spot insulation test, you're better off doing what is it, the PI or the DAR tests that are over time. Like it's like a 10-minute test, or
What's a DAR test? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, Jason sent dude. Jason, send Bill the freaking the bulletins that you sent me. It's really great reading.
PI or DAR test?
Yeah.
Even
It's
Chipmunk was
very
saying he does it all the time. I guess he has better instrument, just like Jason and you do. You have one as well, right?
Yep.
Chris. So you're not going to use no Supco.
Yeah, no.
But-
so
but-
if you're going to use an insulation tester, it's a tool, but it's not a. I mean, if you have a direct short to ground, that compressor is bad, right? But if you're using the Supco insulation tester to say, oh, this compressor is bad, it's only giving you a general reading. It's this LED light or this LED light. You actually need a numerical number, and you need to evaluate what's going on in that system.
But is there like is the manufacturer information easily found of like this is what it should be versus what you have, what you're
Copeland,
testing?
why not just amp and ohm out and amp again? If you want to show something, why not just cross reference to the Copeland app and just see the
but that doesn't really work either though, Joe, because in the same idea that temperature can affect an insulation test, temperature can affect a resistance test too.
Gotcha.
So technically in the Copeland mobile app, what they should be telling you is that the windings ohm out at this, and they should tell you the temperature too. Another good point is that I guess most people wouldn't be doing this, but you never want to do an insulation test on a vacuum down compressor either, while it's in vacuum, because I guess bad things can happen with that. So,
dude, I want to try it so bad right now. I'm like going to go outside and
vacuum down a compressor. It's probably, I don't know. It's probably just going to mess up the windings or something. I don't think anything bad's going to happen, but
you just said something bad is the way you described it. Do you remember Ghostbusters, like the original?
Don't cross the streams.
Don't cross the streams. He's like, we got to cross the streams. Like, Wait a minute.
I said, don't cross the
Bad
streams.
things happen.
Never cross the streams.
Can we? I know we've said this before, but the new Ghostbusters movie was the Afterlife. Fucking
Frozen.
amazing.
No, the new one is Frozen Empire.
Yeah, but I don't have a lot of hopes in Frozen Empire. But
I saw it.
Afterlife one-
It's not
Oh,
bad.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like it's not the progression I would have expected
Yeah,
from
but
Afterlife.
the Afterlife is the new
Afterlife
one,
was
right?
good.
That one
Well,
was, dude. They crossed
but-
everything perfect.
But
with
see,
Afterlife.
the Frozen Empire is after Afterlife.
Gotcha.
This is where like they all moved to New York now, and like this thing happened, and like that thing happened. It's pretty good. Like it's
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they'll do after this, if they do anything. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's legit.
I like the name Froggy Beluga.
Froggy Beluga.
It's not terrible. Froggy
I'm
Beluga.
intrigued to see Civil War Joe Fiducioso, but is it? I don't want to pay for it. So
I
when it's
feel
out on
like-
streaming, I'll watch it.
See, when I watch movies like that, they give me anxiety.
Yeah.
Because then
I
I'm like,
agree.
not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I imagine like, that's probably somebody thought of this movie because they're like, well, this is pretty close to what we're seeing in whatever, and they're like, this could happen.
Are you guys watching any TV series right now?
Orville.
Orville. Which one's that?
It's like it's kind of like a spook sort of Star Trek sort of show. It's
Oh, okay.
written by what's his name from Family Guy?
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
He stars in it. He's the captain of the spaceship.
Got it. You
Pretty
watching
good.
anything, Adam?
No.
What about you, Joe?
No.
We started watching. We ran out of stuff to watch because there's nothing fucking new on TV, and we have way too many streaming service. So we started watching an old show that we never watched called The Rookie. And it's about a cop, and we started it from the beginning. It's like 4 or 5 years old or something like that.
I don't know.
But we're like
I've
on
seen
the
that,
second season right now. We're really hooked on that.
Oh,
Watching. We
you
watch
know-
like 2 or 3 episodes a night.
What I've been
Big
doing,
peanut
Chris,
down
that
here,
you could probably appreciate is I think it's Tubi. Yeah, pretty sure it's Tubi.
Or not to be.
No, it is Tubi.
That is the
Ding.
question.
They have this this subsect. They have this subsect of like 1970s and 80s and early 90s like B-rated horror movies, like just complete cheesy movies, like Critters and Phantasm and like just all this stuff. There's some stuff you never even heard of before. Like, if you ever get bored, Chris, venture down the Tubi subsect. Like, look up Beastmasters. Like, not the one with what's that guy from Rocky?
Isn't Beastmaster Dolph Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren. Yeah, but there was one
Yeah.
version of that before Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph
Sylvester
Lundgren was
Stallone.
also his best role that he ever played. Can anybody guess what Dolph Lundgren's best role ever?
Master.
What did you say,
Expendables.
Joe?
No, I'm reading Joe Shear.
I
Master
thought
made
Joe
a new
was
sequel.
actually. My
Played
mind
Elite.
exploded when Joe said Master. Masters of the Universe when he played.
Oh,
He-Man.
imagine if I nailed that. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh
That's
yeah, yeah. Masters of the Universe. That's what
That's
I
my
was thinking of. Yeah,
favorite
no.
Dolph Lundgren movie.
Yeah, it's all meant to.
Beastmaster, which up until just now I was thinking they were like the same, Beastmaster and Master of the Universe, but Beastmaster is like this 80s sort of, I assume, Masters of the Universe ripoff, I guess. But it's got just the dude in there is just as equally as hot, so you should check it out.
Okay,
Joe's in here. Joe, last week, was that you with Jesus's girlfriend?
What about
Jesus has a girlfriend?
Don't you remember the guy in here? Jesus.
Wait, didn't we talk about Jesus? And
Oh,
Mary
yeah,
Magdalene?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
it was him.
And Jesus's brother-in-law, and then Jesus's mom.
Oh, was that you?
With the hemorrhoids?
Was that Joe?
Joe Shear.
Oh, Joe Shear. Yeah, that
Yeah.
had to be Joe Shear.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Joe Shear, those leads, are they compatible with Fuel Piece and Fluke?
I mean,
Just
Field
curious.
Piece and Fluke's leads are incompatible. You can just flip them from each one.
True.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
I think Joe Shear is going to get like an award from YouTube for having the most screen names.
100%,
Let's see what he says if it was him.
100%.
He'll deny
That was
it.
hilarious, by the way, too.
He's going to log into all of them. right
Exactly.
now.
He's
That's why
gonna
it's just
start-
See, but how do you log into so many at the same time? Like,
Do you think he has the same password set, or do you think he has like a password chart?
It's
Do
freaking
you-
puppies, bro. His password is something so easy because it's got to
Do
be
you
something
think-
that he can remember when he's drunk.
like all of his family members are there helping him? Like they're all on their own computers. He's like, all right, family, it's time. And like they sit down and they're like, all right, you be
prolapse.
Jesus's mom. I'll be Jesus' dad. You be the Jesus brother-in-law.
Oh man. So we're getting ready in our house because we have this weekend. I got to kind of clean up the house and clean up the backyard because we have my daughter's fucking graduation party, dude.
Oh,
God
That's the last one, right?
damn. No, this is
The
my
youngest?
first daughter's graduation party.
man,
so-
dude, I hate
I have a daughter
planning
just
any
going
sort of
into high
party.
school right now too, but I have one graduating high school. So.
Are you gonna be eating all that vegan crap?
Nah, dude, we got a taco man coming, dude. He's gonna
Oh,
bring his
That's
truck,
cool.
pull in my backyard, and freaking cook tacos for 2 hours for everybody.
Genius.
Wow.
That is
Meat tacos or?
Meat
genius.
tacos, dude. Like, yes, he's gonna
Well, I
have
thought
chicken.
like your wife and daughters don't eat any of that.
No, my wife is the only person that eats vegan. My daughters will eat my youngest daughter will eat my wife's food, but she also loves steak and everything. So
Uh,
How much does that
Nah.
cost? Expensive or?
it was
$5,000.
No, I think it was like $800. And he's gonna come
That's
for like
it?
3 hours and cook for like 50 people or something like that.
So
So-
$800 and that pays for everybody's food, or is that him just
Yeah.
to show up and then they pay for their food?
No.
That
Everybody
seems
comes.
that seems cheap for
And he cooked for
California.
like 50 people and he bring
Wow.
well, I mean, it's not like it's a legit restaurant. It's a guy that the neighbors all know that they've used a bunch. It's a taco truck
Yeah.
or taco
No.
guys are really
It's one of the
popular.
guys. He like mixes the taco meat with his toes and stuff like
Yeah,
that. Before he gets there.
Whatever, man. Ignorance is bliss. Just keep drinking. So
it's
you're
just
good.
it's just the same taco meat, and he never takes it off the truck. He just keeps adding
Probably.
to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna hire a
Um,
guy with a hot dog cart.
Humana.
I mean, Joe, I don't buy that you don't have any other screen names.
There's
Yeah.
no way. Joe, you
I
have-
knew somebody
he's-
else.
He's
I'm
got to
not-
have like 47 za names.
Yeah.
I knew somebody else that no, I don't. I knew somebody else that emailed me, and he was a guy in our. He's frequent, and he did a few. He had a few, and he was good at it. So, and it wasn't Joe Shear, so it could be
Got
him
it.
too. So we can't make assumptions. I'm gonna go with Joe on this one. I don't think it is.
You don't
Mm.
think so? No.
No. I think it's someone else.
No, he doesn't provide alcohol, Jason Johnson. I have to provide the alcohol. So here's the irony. We invite everybody to my house for my daughter's graduation party
Skip
so
work on
they
the roof
can
after he's
come
done
and
with
celebrate
tacos.
that. And then I have to pay a crap ton of money,
So racist.
food, drinks, all that stuff. So,
Hmm.
but we don't ever do parties at our house. So this is like the first time. In
Is your
12
daughter
years.
like a good kid, or is she like one of these
Yeah,
wild,
no,
like
she's a good kid.
hanging out with the jocks and that?
100%. She's a good kid. She got like
Dude.
straight, like, I think her GPA is like 3.89
Nice.
for all of high school or something like that. She's doing
That's
just fine.
pretty good.
Hmm.
I hate
Didn't-
planning a party, dude. I tell you what, we just got done with our baby shower, and like I literally did nothing for it except like a handful of things, and even that was tough. Just like getting drinks, then you got to get coolers, and you got to get ice, and you have to invitations, then you got to set up
Did-
tables, and
Did your wife have a good time? Did she appreciate it?
yeah, it was a real good like baby shower. It was the perfect size. Like it wasn't too big, wasn't too small. There was the right amount of people.
Was there
We had
dudes
enough
there, or was
space.
it all chicks?
There was like my sister's husband was there, my dad. I think my sister-in-law had some friends come, and like
Good question, Joe.
like a couple
Uh,
of dudes, but
I've actually been thinking about that, Joe. And I mean, I'm just going to be realistic and only set my thermostat at like 78.
No, crank that baby. Let's see what she's got.
We'll see. We'll see.
Mm.
We're not, but we have a big backyard, guys. So they're not going to be all in my house. Like people are going to be coming in the house, going to and from, but like we're going to have everybody in the backyard where barbecues are at and everything. So, but yeah, no, we'll see. It's been keeping up as we've been hitting like 90. It's been keeping up. The one thing I will say is dehumidification. It's been doing a lot. Well, actually, I used to have too low of humidity. Since I sealed up the house, it's actually sitting a little bit like at 58% is what my humidity has been running at. And I will say
you
that
have higher. You're running higher airflow than design right now, though.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
realistically, doesn't that thermostat give you a dehumidification option where you
Yeah.
could turn on and it will slow down your blower motor?
yeah, I don't
Hmm.
have extreme dehumidification on. You can set it to like extreme. But I have it just normal, but I have my humidity set at like 52%. And I will say that it's always dehumidifying. It's always just sitting there running at idle, but temperature wise, it maintains temperatures, no sweat whatsoever. So, but I also didn't change it. I thought about that, Ryan. Ryan
That's a
said
good
rent a
point,
porta
right?
potty. I told my wife actually the other day, I was like, dude, we only have 2 bathrooms. Like, what if one of them plugs up? Like, but I don't want to spend any more money. We already spent like $800 on the taco guy. I'm like, nah, I don't want to spend.
Oh
any more
yeah,
money.
dude. If you're getting tacos, you should get a porta potty. Like, maybe even get
True.
2 porta
I
potties.
might just have to knock on the neighbor's door and be like, hey, the shitter's full. Can they use your bathroom? Because
Because I mean, they're gonna be blowing out some buttholes with
we're
them.
not gonna have. I realistically
And
don't
Greek
think we're gonna have that many
tacos.
people here. I feel like we're gonna have a shit ton of tacos left over, and they're just gonna get thrown in the fridge, and I'm gonna eat tacos for like 2 weeks.
Why don't they make them on demand, or is this guy just like make a million of them?
Yeah, he's gonna make them on demand, but then I hope that he gives me platters with all the meat because he better not just leave.
No,
with
he's
all
not.
the
He's going to bring it home and freaking feed his grandma.
Yeah, of
he'll
course.
give
Because
me a platter.
$800 is cheap, dude. I feel like that's super cheap for a taco truck in California to pull up in your house.
for like $50.
You
Yeah.
better when he
For
gets
50
there,
people.
ask him. You got to tell him you want to smell his toe.
And be like, hey, listen, bro. Like ask him where his health inspection thing is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, right. He should have a porta
Exactly.
potty
How-
attached to that truck selling taco.
If the shitter backs
True.
up, fucking party's over. Get the fuck out. That's exactly it. House.
Hmm.
Like
I've
that
heard
Dumb
in,
and Dumber scene where Jeff Daniels' character is like at that lady's house and he just destroys the bathroom.
Oh yeah, and Dumb and Dumber.
Hmm
Yeah. But that's because freaking Jim Carrey poured X-Lax in his freaking drink.
So
and
That's right.
that's why shit.
I got a question for you guys. All right.
All right.
And I know I heard a story from Bill before, but I'm thinking like, all right, so have you guys ever been in the situation where you like clogged a toilet or something bad at like a customer's house? And I'm not saying like a business establishment, Chris, because that doesn't count. I'm talking like a friend's house, a girlfriend's house.
I did it at a friend's house. So everybody else tell their stories, and then I'll tell my story because it's fucking hilarious.
All right, let's hear it, Joe.
I believe from last what I remember, I left it.
You left it. You said I gotta go. I got a call.
Yeah, I believe I left one, and I think the one I cut up, I think it was mine.
Cut up. You cut it up. What do you
With a
carry a turd knife with you? Like a
He's got
switchblade?
long- look, show
poop
us your
knife?
fingernails, Joe.
You have a poop knife on you, bro? All right.
Poop
Were you
knife, I wish I
practicing
did
your
it.
fucking fruit ninja? You're like,
You got a story, Bill?
man, I can't remember. I'm sure I've left it before, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing, and it's not really the best advice, but if you ever walk into like a bathroom and like the toilet's already got piles of shit in it and like you have to pee, like my usual advice is whenever I go into the bathroom, I always flush it first just to make sure it works.
Good point.
And then I've learned over the years, I do 2 flushes, like midway through, I pinch it and flush, do a little bit more, pinch and flush, wipe, and then you're gone.
We call
But
that
if
a
you want-
courtesy flush.
Yeah, you can call it
Yeah.
that. But if you walk in there and like there's just a pile of stuff right there, like don't even try to flush it because it's gonna back up and you're gonna be the one at fault.
Right.
100%. You just shit
So
on top of
just
the shit.
abandon ship, yeah,
But you know
piss
what's
on
weird?
top of
Like,
it,
all right,
shit
so
on top of
you
it.
guys are. Do you guys ever partake in a little poopy at Home Depot with their power flush toilets?
Dude, Home Depot has the best. If you ever need a bathroom and you're on the road, Home Depot is the most quality.
Mhm.
Like there's always a
It's like a
toilet.
truck stop.
They have like 9 toilets and there's always toilet paper in there and the
It's
bathrooms don't
weird
smell
though,
bad.
because like during the day, like I feel like there's a ton of toilets, and it's packed with dudes pooping.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people
Well,
pooping, and everyone, and there's most people are courtesy flushing, but there's always the one guy that has like explosive diarrhea. His legs are popping up, and he's like, and he lets it roll to the end. You know.
So the problem with Home Depot is that say you go in there and it feels nice and stuff, but when you flush that toilet, your balls get washed, and that's uncomfortable. Like that's weird. Like when you're like, dude, that's not right. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
So-
you need to have a ball lift or something, Chris. Your balls are dangling far too low. You know,
I
the
gotta tell you,
best place to take a poop at though is like Joanne Fabrics or like Hobby Lobby, because most of the time during the day there's no dudes in those bathrooms. Like I've stopped off in there, walked in there because I used to do work at them, and I would just walk right in the back room, and I have like the whole bathroom, all 4 stalls, all to myself. I'm just
Yeah.
comfortable.
So flashback 20 something years, and I was dating my wife. We were in high school. We were dating, and I introduced her to
Long
some of my
balls.
friends. And one of my friends lives near a golf course, and at the other side of that golf course is like one of these iconic train bridges going over a river. And so in the middle of the night, we decided to hike across the golf course where you're not supposed to. All of us, there was like 9 of us, and we're all going to hang out. We're going to get on the train bridge, because on the train bridge, when you get on there, if a train comes through, there's little like things that you could stand while the train goes by, like off to the side. There's like little cutouts. So we go to the train bridge. We're about halfway there, and it hits my stomach. Oh shit, I got to take a shit. And I told my buddy Jason, I was like, Jason, dude, I gotta go shit, bro. Like, I gotta go use your bathroom, right? And my wife's with me, Jill. She's my girlfriend at the time, right? We're just dating. And I'm like, hey, Jill, we gotta go. And like everybody else stayed behind. And I said, Jason, I gotta go use your bathroom, dude. He's like, yeah, man, my brother's there. Go use the bathroom. And I'm like, all right.
Like, how long had you been dating at this point?
I'm talking like 2 months, 3 months at the most. Like
That's
not very
tough.
long. Okay.
That's
So
tough.
so we start our hike back, and I tell Jill at the time, I'm like, hey, we gotta go. I gotta use the restroom. So we're going across the golf course. It's the middle of the night. We got like a 25-minute walk across the golf course. And about halfway across, I'm like, this isn't gonna work. Like, there's a problem here, right? So I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. We're gonna move a little faster, you know. So I'm probably like
Hole in
19
one.
at the time. Yeah, we're freaking going for it, you know. So we're walking. I make it to Jason's driveway, and I knock on his door. His brother answers, and I go, bro, your brother said I could use the bathroom. And I just fucking push him out of the way. And I fucking go in there, and I sit down on the toilet. And mind you, what I didn't tell you is I'd already shit my pants halfway. Like, there was fucking shit running down my leg. And I fucking bang on his door, and I'm like, bro, I got to use your bathroom. I just fucking push past him, go in the bathroom. I got shit in my pants, shit down my leg. I fucking pull down my pants, and I just fucking blow up the toilet, dude. It just keeps coming, right? I go to flush it. The shit starts fucking coming back and overflowing. And I'm like,
Oh wow.
the fuck?
See, that's why you flush beforehand.
Yeah,
And
you can't let it go in no toilet paper.
Very rare that happens though.
so
Like, it
I've got
does so
shit
much
down
work.
my leg, shit in my pants, and the shit's overflowing out the toilet, and I still haven't wiped. So it's like, what?
That was a
Fuck.
major, dude. How do you
Yeah,
clog
dude,
a toilet?
It was I have IBS. Okay, I
How do you
probably do. I don't know.
pre-clog a toilet?
But it was bad. Okay, so I do what I got to do, and I'm like, what do I do?
What do I
I'm
do?
leaving,
You already
dude.
did a doo-doo.
I'm out. I
Yeah.
just fucking walked out his door, dude. I was such a dick. I just walked
No,
out
you
his door.
didn't.
I 100% did, dude. And Jill's waiting out front, and I go, we got to go. I've
I
got
would kill
shit
you.
down my
You would
leg.
not
I get in
be-
my truck. I roll down the windows. No air conditioning. It's middle of the night. It's hot. And I'm driving Jill home. And the whole time I'm like, yeah, I got to take you home. And
So she's there smelling you.
well, here's the thing, right? I thought
Guarantee
she
she smelled you.
I
For
100% thought she was going to break up with me. I was like, I shit my pants. I'm in the car. Like, this is, you know, so I drop her off at her house. I go home. I
Did
literally,
you go in for the kiss?
no, I just said, you got to fucking go
Good
bounce
question.
out the car, right?
Good
Just
question.
open the
but
door,
here's-
just kick her out.
Yeah, get the fuck out. I got to go.
Move, bitch.
So I drive home. I pull in my parents' house, right? I pull in the freaking garage. I take my pants off in the garage and just throw them in the trash. And there's a towel in the dirty clothes in the hamper in the garage because our washers are out there. I just fucking put the towel around me. I'm like, please don't let anybody be in the living room. So I walk in, nobody's in the living room. I go to my bedroom, get clothes, put clothes on, right? So I'm not kidding with you. 20 something years later, I'm laughing, and I decided that it's funny to tell these stories. So I'm telling this story, and Jill's right there, and she goes, "You shit your pants?" And I go, "You didn't know?" She goes, "No, I didn't know." And I was like, "That's the first time I ever shit my pants with you. Like, you did."
first time.
That was the first time,
the
honey.
first time, not the last time.
No.
That's the
That was
first time.
that stuck in my brain. That was a memorable moment,
Oh
baby.
God, she swears up and down to this day she had no idea. I was like,
Was
"How the
it-
fuck did you not know?"
I want to know, was it you, Chris, or Bill? One of you two were talking about somebody had to go to the bathroom real bad, and they stopped. And I thought it was his brother, your brother, Bill. He got out and he took
No,
a crap.
that's my brother. That's my brother.
He took a crap in a bush in some
Yeah.
random house, and then he
Oh, it
wipes his
wasn't me.
butt with a shirt.
He comes back running with no shirt on, and I'm like, "Where's your shirt?" And he's like, "I had to wipe my ass." He fucking shit in someone's bushes, and I'm dying. He's like, "We gotta go," and I'm laughing. I'm dying laughing in my truck. We were halfway home, and my brother's like, "I gotta shit," and I go, "We'll be home in 10 minutes." He goes, "No, stop now."
So you have like a long line
Damn.
of your whole family is a bunch
Oh,
of
Like
oh man.
I've been on the verge of like almost crapping myself legit one single time in my life where I was like, I'm like, something's gonna happen and it's not good. And that was when I
Yeah.
was in Mexico, like one of my first visits to Mexico. So I felt like it was justified. But my brother-in-law who went with me, who isn't Mexican, he legit shit his pants that same day after eating the same food I did. So I'm like, it's score one for me, bro. I didn't shit my pants.
maybe he drank the water.
So
I mean, we were drinking all the same stuff. So
Let
I'm
me
like,
tell you a little trick that I learned. All right.
Jason Johnson says, how many times has it been? If I had to count on my hands how many times I've shit my pants in the last 20 years, it's probably been 6 or 7. So
All right.
I've
So let me
never
tell
shit
you-
my pants.
Let me tell you a trick. If you're at somebody's house, this is not going to get you out of a situation if you're trying to use a whole roll of toilet paper on one flush. Okay. This is kind of like maybe my turd. I ate a little bit too much fiber today and I had a normal amount of toilet paper that I used, right? So you flush the toilet and all of a sudden you see the dreaded water start rising, right? So everyone knows that the water rises up to basically the same level it started from. It's like, right? So what do? There's no plunger there. You wait it out. And if you'll see the water level will start dropping like an inch or two because it's seeping through.
Right.
Right. And then this part is the finesse. This is where it requires a lot of finesse because if you screw this up, it's over. You're climbing out the window. All right. So you take the little handle on the toilet, right? And you barely push it down and you're just bleeding the water back in there. You want to get the water as high as you can in the bowl and then stop. And then wait. And it will drop again. You do that 3 or 4 times and it just boom. It will take it out.
Or
but
if-
if you push the thing down a little bit too far, it's game over and you got turds in the sink.
So for someone
True.
like me that has clogged the
Man.
toilet a few times, you learn to be quick about it. And so if you flush the toilet and you notice it's not going down, immediately go and shut off the water.
No, that's
And
amateur.
100%, dude, shut off the water immediately because you've already flushed it once and you're draining the bowl and it's coming up like you said.
So
But
now
you turn off
gotta-
the water and then now you just got the weight of that water sitting in there and there's no
So
fresh
now
water.
you got like a dry turd that's just basically formed like it's dried like cement inside the toilet.
And for those people
I have
out
to
there,
call the
that don't-
fire department to break that apart.
I think it should be the law that you have a plunger next to every toilet. Like
That's a good
100%,
point.
100%.
100% you should.
Everybody needs to have a plunger in the bathroom. So
A plunger with a knife on the end of it.
no, I don't ever have to cut my shits up. I don't drink that much milk.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't understand
So-
the whole pooping cutting.
Yeah,
and-
poop knife is too much milk, man. So no. Yeah. All right. Well, now that we're done with shit talk,
Yeah.
I feel like the whole show has been nothing but shit talk.
No, we talked a little HVAC.
We talked about
Yep.
meters for like 4 seconds and then
what did you say?
meggers.
Talked about Chris's,
Meggers, okay.
what
Yeah. What do you think I said?
I didn't. Adam started talking, and all I heard was
No.
something else. And I'm like, what did you say?
You
So-
can't say that.
We for sure keep it interesting. HVAC and shit talk. That is for sure.
100%.
Which, by the
So-
way, go check out my buddy Hughesman on Misfits tomorrow night. Tomorrow night at 9:00.
100%.
Speaking
He
of shit
promises
talk.
that he's going to be talking about shit talk.
Speaking of shit,
Wow.
Well, he legit said he
Smearing
was going to be
shit.
talking about this episode of Overtime on his show. So he's going to be talking shit talk.
you want
So-
some shit for your brain? Go watch Misfits.
Ooh, that sucks, Ray.
Oh,
And
let me give you a quick
always
little
find it
story
alive.
before we end it. All right.
All right.
So-
Mega turds.
So we had I have this general contractor that I work with. I do a lot of work in like a historic neighborhood. And I bid this job a long time ago. It's got to be, I don't know, close to a year now. Maybe not that long, 8 months, something like that. But they started it. It is a 3rd floor, basically converting an attic to a living space. A lot of framing, adding air conditioning to this old house, blah, blah, blah. So we are on our way to a job and they call us and he's like, hey, we need you to come over here real quick. There's like 2 boiler pipes and we're gonna like add the subfloor. We need you to move them out of here.
Yeah.
It's got to get done today because the flooring's going in tomorrow. Like, okay,
Of course. It's always the case.
yeah. So we go over there and I'm looking at it. I'm like, we got to install all of our ducts. We're doing a high velocity. It's all got to go under the
Shit.
floor for the 2nd floor. And he's like, you could do it without that. I'm like, what? Do you think I'm freaking dream of genie? You know? So I had to go get all the materials at like 11 o'clock and we start running ducts. And then it's like the next day, boom, boom, boom. But that's one of these typical, not prepared, blame you. You got
That
it.
is exactly why you're getting out of the contracting side of things, isn't
It's
it?
annoying.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
100%.
You're gonna miss that though, Adam. You're gonna miss it.
Whose wife hates you?
Everybody's
Chris's wife.
hates us.
Everybody's
Everybody
basically
hates us.
everybody's wife hates us.
Everybody does.
I am
So-
gonna miss it a little bit.
You are.
Ray says that his ex-brother-in-law was hunting, used poison ivy to wipe his ass hunting. No joke, this is not fake. When I was a little kid, my uncle was getting married. We went back to Missouri at the time for the wedding, and my aunt told us us kids were going to go out in the backyard and play. And my two cousins lived there in Missouri, and my aunt said, stay away from poison ivy. So we're outside, and my cousins have this like little clubhouse thing in their backyard, and I was a kid, and they had showed me a picture of what poison ivy looks like, and I was probably like 9 or 10. And I remember seeing something, and I said, I think that's poison ivy. Let's stay away from that. And I'm not fucking joking with you. My cousin, she goes, no, it's not. And she picks it up and she fucking rubs it on her face. What do you think the wedding pictures look like the next day? Fucking all red and pink because she rubbed a poison ivy leaf on her freaking face.
Dude, I don't even know what poison ivy looks like. I'd have to Google it.
So
I know 3
Are-
clover. I know 3 leaf. One is. But I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
3
sumac, oak, ivy. I don't know, but
I have no idea what it looks
I
like.
always
What
get
isn't there like some sort of nursery rhyme that you remember this shit? Jagged leaves or whatever.
Leave,
Yeah.
leave it alone or something like that.
After
Something like that.
May.
Yeah.
Do you have like a lot of hillbilly family, Chris?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. My
Must.
my entire mom's
There it
side of the family is from Missouri, Illinois area.
Hey, there's no
And-
problem with those. Illinois.
100% all from there.
By
Illinois.
the way, are they
Missouri,
north or south?
I think it's all
Illinois.
south, right? Because it's Missouri, St. Louis
Yeah.
area, Illinois. That's all the southern
We're-
part.
like
Mm.
us in the top corner of Illinois, we don't consider
associated
the
with the
rest of us.
downside of Illinois. Yeah.
Right. Everyone pissed an electrical conduit all winter.
spring
Tape
finally
always
came and
returns.
tape was removed
That's
from the
nasty.
conduit and everyone threw up. Oh,
That's
man.
nasty.
Oh man.
Yeah. No. 100%.
I'd say it's more like 50%.
Yep. All right. Well, I think
Yeah,
it's
man.
time we wrap it.
Yeah,
What a
good
good
show,
show.
guys.
Catch you guys next week for sure.
Next
Mm,
week.
Maybe
Yeah.
Not for sure. I'd give
Not
it
for sure.
about, yeah.
50% chance.
Hey,
Yeah. I
remember,
actually have
you
stuff going on.
said you're not going to miss any shows ever again. Ever.
I thought you were going to kick me out of the show, but I feel like you guys give me a little bit of slack, so I could probably miss another
Well,
one.
we
I
kind
mean,
of
we were
had a
that
conversation
close.
about it. We had a conversation, but then we were like, how do we kick Adam off of his own channel? So that was
like
kind
how
of,
are we going to get the music? How are we going to get the StreamYard stuff? Like
that was a
the
little conflicting.
You
So,
guys can
he's-
have it.
he still has all the overtime like, cash.
yeah.
What cash?
I don't
We are
know.
so
There's
in
cash.
the
Just
red.
bringing in some cash, some
$7 a
monetization
month.
cash.
I feel like we make just enough every year to pay for that stupid website that we have. Which
Exactly.
why do we
Which
have a
nobody
website
gives
again?
Bill or Joe the money for.
Oh, whose idea was the website? I want to say it was Joe's, and Joe was nagging about it all day long.
Nah,
wasn't
I think
was-
the website
No.
was Bill's idea, but then Joe jumped on the bandwagon.
I can't remember if it was me or Joe.
I think it was everybody.
Not
And,
me.
and all
Not
inclusive.
me. You guys started, we're having meetings about this website with the web designer. I'm like, meetings.
I do remember like nobody stopped us, so
Mm.
it's kind of.
I think
on
we
all
need
of
a new
us.
shirt, Bill. Can you do a new shirt for us?
From who?
I need my
Who's gonna
favorite
buy it?
shirt right here.
If we talked about, people were buying shirts when we were talking about it and
Which
talking
one's
about
that
the
one?
website. Guys, if you
Oh,
don't
shit.
know, what does
My
it
bad.
say?
It's
I
the
fucking
anonymous
hate this
Paul
show.
shirt. It says, "I hate this fucking show." Anonymous Paul.
That is a
Oh,
good
yeah.
shirt.
That's actually a true story,
Inspiring.
guys.
That was
there was a guy that said that.
Was that in the comments or like during the live show or
I
something?
don't
It was during the
No,
live
that
show.
was, yeah.
Yeah, somebody said it, and there's actually 2 shirts like that, right? There was another one that said, "I could not be bored enough to ever watch that show." or
Oh yeah,
something.
was that from the same guy?
I don't know.
remember.
But yeah, it was pretty cool because you just made a shirt about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
this is my favorite shirt, and it's all worn out too. I need another one, but I'm afraid to hit order because I feel like my money will go nowhere because Bill doesn't know how to process orders.
I don't remember how to process orders.
Guys, buy some merch, HVAC Overtime.
Yeah.
Don't, please don't, because I
Bill,
don't.
jeez, you
I don't
learn
know.
it. Stop saying that.
I don't know how to do it.
You'll
Like,
do it. Shush it.
What if
Buy a
I couldn't do
shirt.
it? Do you any of you guys even know how to process an order?
No.
through a website?
No, but that's not the
Dude,
point.
You know how hard I work to even figure out how to process orders on my own website, and I set it up,
Exactly.
and I do not know how I did it.
I'm just
if
here.
I had to redo it today, I'd be lost.
I'm here
100%.
super happy because you guys. I used to be responsible for shipping everything out, and
Which
everyone
we
would
saw,
wait like
yeah, we saw how
6
that
months. I know, because you guys are like, I'm taking this job away from you. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, don't do it, Ray Ray.
Don't do it.
Do it.
Please, I'll give you
Everyone
$1.
ordered one shirt.
I'll give you $1 not to order a shirt.
Speaking of which, I spoke with Jim Davis today, and he brought up the Jim Davis burn shirt.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, I've never seen him wear that. I told him to send me a selfie of it or something.
Yeah, tell him to take a selfie. That was an amazing shirt.
Yep. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's end it.